2 weeks ago, Max arrived in New Zealand for what was meant to be the trip of a lifetime, but that quickly changed when people were told to isolate.
But we have absolutely no idea how long we're going to be here for, when we're going to get home, and we don't know how long we can make our money last. We've tried to get in contact with our travel agency. They tell us to speak to the airline Emirates. Emirates tells us to speak to a foreign office. The foreign office just don't take our calls. Our insurers are telling us to speak to our agency. We're just being pointed in different directions and passed around, and no one's actually providing us with any information on how and when we can get home.
From New Zealand to Poland. Victoria was in Poland up until Wednesday, and with a bit of luck, she's made it back home.
So we braved driving the 5 hours to Warsaw. After a bit of toing and froing with chatting, they agreed that I was allowed to board the flight in spite of the fact that the embassy had changed all the rules. I went straight through passport control, straight through security, and was in the air, I would say, in about 45 minutes.
Katie has been travelling since November and is stranded in Bolivia. She was hoping to travel on to Peru.
And now that's not going to be possible. And now we're not even sure whether we'll get home, when we'll get home. The communication we've received has not been reassuring.
Some of those stranded, like Brianna, have been using social media to keep in touch with others in the same situation.
In the whole of Cusco alone, I think there was around 260 of us. We made like a WhatsApp group in order to communicate with everyone, and I think there was around 260 of us.
Travel expert Nikki says he understands the frustration of those stuck abroad, but says approaching airlines directly could help.
Under EU regulations, on certain flights, some airlines are required to help you. If you went to a destination and they cancel your return flight, they are meant to help you and have a duty of care to give you accommodation and food until they're able to reroute you and get you back home. The last thing to think about is getting in touch with the British Embassy wherever you are. They're the ones that are coordinating the efforts to repatriate people, to bring them home, organising the flights. Make sure they're aware that you're there and that you need help.
The government say they're doing all they can to help people come home as soon as possible, but for Max, Brianna and Katie, they hope to return home soon. Dej Komba, BBC Look East in Cambridge.